Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the DesertFox, and it has been such a long time since I've hit that record button and done this intro. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you all so much for the long wait. This is Transport Fever 2. I almost said City Skylines, so I've been watching a lot of that gameplay there in the background. But no, we are finally back on the game that I started out on, and here we are. We're gonna play a map I've done before a long time ago, and I would like to redo it, but this time with a challenge. And that specific challenge is every city will not have any roads connected to it, so all traffic must be done by train, plane, or ship. Major intercity connectivity. Now inside, the city itself will have bus routes, tram routes, the like and ladder. Everything else, we're gonna have to get a little crazy. So smash that like button, destroy that subscribe, and obliterate that bell icon. Welcome back to the show. Grab your snacks and drinks, and let's get this show on the road. We are starting out also on the Rust Belt. Welcome back to the Rust Belt. I haven't destroyed all the roads yet. I literally just loaded in the map and just started thinking of ideas. And so here we are. Added in a couple industries right here for a couple of steel mills that represent the Gary Steel Works and the Northwest Indiana steel mills. Last time we did this map, I added towns in, and that really bogged down this section of the map, and it made the whole map kind of just chug, and that's ultimately what ended up killing it in the last time. So I'm going to try to avoid that. Also, I'm going to try to avoid as much connectivity outside of here, besides my own creating, as possible. And another thing I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to let the city kind of build it, allow the simulation to build itself. But I am also going to have a little bit more heavy role in the building of the cities. With City Skylines 2 coming out, kind of got that bit of that city bug going. But we're going to get to that a little bit later. Today, we're going to start with our first railroad, which is connecting a rail line between Chicago and South Bend. Very simple, short and sweet. And we're going to get the bus lines and the I don't know what I haven't decided I'm going to do, bus lines or tram lines. But we are going to do something, and we will go from there. Now, no catenaries. Now, for this era, we are going to have... We are starting in 1945. I've picked this date, this time period, just because this is the end of Steam in America. But as far as... Oh, come on. Where are you at? You son of a gun. There it is. Now, can you live with a bit of bridge? Can you get something better? Oh, maybe. Huh. It looks like they've taken all the pillars away. Interessante? Very interessante. I don't see any pillars on any of these bridges. That's very interessante. Unless I have to put them together, which would be cool. I'm not complaining. Just would be a little bit interesting. So we're actually just going to build the in-game one for that. And that hooks up that side of the track. And then on this side, we are going to connect it. We're just going to simply double track it and just make a nice simple double track. Yes. Now over here, for simplicity's sake. Hello, glorious autosave. You are back already. And what a joy it is to see you, my old friend. No, what I should probably do is go from here. Yes. Put your signals in. Because you already know what station platform they're going to ride. Do you? I mean, I kind of do. I at least have a sneaking suspicion. There. All right. And I know what you're saying. Desert, why are you starting this train line now without even remotely touching inner city building? And I'm like, well, the small answer to that is I just kind of want to. That's kind of the short answer I can give you is I just kind of want to start with building a train line. I was inspired to build a train line. No better answer. Marginally, you could say as well that it's I just kind of wanted it in place first before I went ahead and did anything else. So now that's working fine. That is the Chicago South Shore line, which will run from Boom to Boom, which is an actual real-life point-to-point service. And then it actually intermingles with some freight lines that run around here. But to simulate that, I might run those out here again. Or instead of just trying to clog everything I did in one ginormous choke point. Yeah. And now I know for a fact that this game runs with the cities being connected by 3s a lot better. For the purposes of this video, I think I'm just going to hook up these two for right now. Milwaukee and Chicago, see how they're disconnected? That means they will travel to each other because they're disconnected. That's the same reason why I went over to Grand Rapids and disconnected South Bend to Grand Rapids. So when I want to do a spur, say I want to do a branch line or something, I can go Grand Rapids to South Bend, and it's an actual branch line. I can put a small locomotive on it, and it's a branch and local service. Kind of like how the South Shore line here from South Bend to Chicago is a point-to-point service. So yes, I'm starting with a point-to-point. Traditionally, maybe not what we want to do, but I mean, we are gonna rock and roll coochie coo all the way through this. And yeah, God, does it feel so good to be recording again. I can hear it in my voice. I bought a house. Yeah, just to get you guys back up to speed here. I bought a house, and don't do that, because then you deal with the stresses of buying a house. But I didn't buy a house in the sense of like I bought a house. But yeah, no. So yeah, just kind of the summer was a bit chaotic, and yeah, it's just one of those types of things where it was just easier to take a good healthy break and come back swinging strong. And my boy Tito, just a shout out to my boy Tito. If you're hearing this, I hope you're safe, and just thinking about you, friend, and hope your travels are all good. You're quite a regular on the channel here, quite a regular visitor, even when I wasn't producing content. So just want to say hello, and hope you're doing all right, friend. Doing friend all right? Yeah, I think that's how we human. I think that's how we're gonna human. All right, and just smoothing out some tracks, and I'm already gonna get to it. I'm just gonna do it. I can't even contain myself, and I've kind of already picked what I was gonna use. I'm gonna use one of these badass nickel plates. Nickel plate ran in the Chicago area, so I'm not necessarily worried about it. As far as coaches, I think we'll start with the 6 axles. And we'll do 4. Do a 4-car train, 80 capacity. I'm not going to change the color. And we will come back and check on that. Oh, listen to that bell. Hold on. Let's just watch it come out. It's just been too long. Listen. Ah, Jesus criminy. God, have I missed that sound. And yeah, she's rolling. She's going to go down there, hit South Bend, then she'll turn around and hit back. I'm pretty sure I laid this out big enough to support. Yeah. This also just should, yeah. I shouldn't even have to really use a bus route over here. I mean, I will if I absolutely have to get the spur going, but for right now, I'm just going to focus on the inner city traffic over here. In doing so, this is where the street planning comes into play. Alright. I changed this to my ownership, so nothing can change there. And then I'll change this one. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll change that, and that to mine. And I'll change that one to mine. And then just for S's and G's, there we go. I'll make that one mine. Now, actually, I might just make that loop the actual bus route. I mean, there's not much else to really have to do. If I remember correctly as well, this is kind of like a City Skylines thing where you kind of want your bus stops about every 2 or 3 blocks apart. And I'll just leave the gap there. Yes. This is Chicago. It starts heading south, so we'll call this the South Loop. Loop shuttle. Okay. And I already can't tell if those are the same color or two separate colors. Oh, there's just 2 separate colors. And this is the Chicago North Loop shuttle. Okay. Now, I am with the buses in all public transit. I am going to try to do the less is more approach this time. Just actually feed into how the game is supposed to be fucking played. So I'm going to grab 4. And I'm going to do 2. And 2. Alright. That's a couple of trains. That's a train running. That's a bus line running. And as the city expands, what I'll probably do is, so when it gets this way, I'll probably put a bus line that incorporates a square right here. So that way this loop line feeds the station. And all the other corresponding lines will have to come to one of these stops. Like they'll intersect that way. Now, let me check our time. Oh, we're actually doing pretty okay. Okay. Well then, should I just proceed this way? What is actually up here? There's just Minneapolis that way. So I can do another spur that way. So what we can do then is add one more station. We're going to add a passenger terminus. This one, yeah, we'll leave it all that. There we go. Place that right there. Autosave is again here. Saving the glorious day. Just kind of exfoliating this. Smoothing some of this out. Gee, many crickets, man. Alright. Geography in this map is it's a lot stronger than I remember. What in the hell happened with the geography on this map? Regardless, back to building. So now you have the one train. No. Start with this one. Yes. And you want to stay. Yes. Is this going to be about speed, or is this just going to be about shuttling the train as quickly as you can from one point to the other? This one's probably going to be shuttling from one point to another. I mean, I can't even lie to you. I mean, honestly. Full send it, bro. Just, I'll take it. And then connect right there. Shoehorn that sucker in. This one can, yeah, we'll just do this, and then we'll do a nice little. And then on the other side. Alright. I already realized my mistake for this. Am I really gonna have to try to thread this needle a lot? No. But is that even? There's a tiny bit of clipping. I can live with the clipping. Sorry, I'm kind of free-storming the brain here for this. Just do that. Now, one more train line. I'm going to call this the Chicago North Shore line, which is a... It used to be a line, and it had these kind of darker green colors. You, my friend, will also have 4 passenger cars, and you will have the other nickel plate. I thought I almost clicked the big boy there. Ah, no, God. There we go. I just gotta listen to it one more time. All right, so do we hop on one? Actually, I think we will. Oh, look at this nice passing shot. I don't think I like how that looked. I'll probably come through between the next couple episodes and smooth that out. That could be better, I think. I now realize my mistake. and placing the station here, it is not by any means. There it is. Now we should start getting the demand. I like how just adding the one staircase just did that though. But yeah, no, these houses, sorry mate, you're gonna have to go. Excuse me, excuse me. One nice scenic shot. So if I have to keep eliminating that, I will. So now, let's go find our train. And here we are pulling into South Bend. Kind of like that. There we go. Get a nice, decent shot. I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'm just trying to get some good screenshots here. So you see these in the thumbnails, because I find the ones I personally think are pretty cool looking. And there's our other friend there. I'm hopeful we can get it timed where both trains arrive in the station at the same time. I also have got to back away from that just a little bit, just so you guys can hear me a little better. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, he's a loud fucker. But yeah, if you just zoom out here. Oh. That's pretty wicked. Yeah, see this little, like, divot here? I don't like that whatsoever. I did not want 2-speed. I'm going to play on 1. Then I will... Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't go crazy on me now. We're not asking for much. There we go. Now that actually has like a... now nothing stupid should build there. And it gives a nice little space between the street and... I don't really like doing dead-end one-ways, but I'll take it for the time being. Now, let's ride our other Berkshire. I kind of like if they already had a little bit of rust and patina on them. I do have the game slowed down, the aging in this slowed down to 1/4 of the normal game. So yeah. Yeah, this is New York, Chicago, and St. Louis, otherwise known as the Nickel Plate. And this set of tracks will also incorporate a third train, if not a fourth train, one that goes to Minneapolis and back, and one that goes to St. Louis and back, which will extend our further point-to-point services for our passenger development. Am I a fan of the fact that this rides on a bridge the whole way? Not really. But, I mean, I'm going to take it just because. We come rolling in here like a bat out of hell. And yes, do I know that these trains are way more ineffective right now than, like, I probably should have put smaller trains on these or less cars? Oh yeah, by a country mile I should have. Do I care? Hell no. Hell no. So, let's talk. So, future expansion. We're going to do Chicago. Now I'm looking at this. I don't really think I can go that way without... I mean, I wanted to redesign this anyway, so you can add the other tracks, shoehorn that in a little tighter, and then add the other line. You're going to need 2 more tracks to go all the way that way. And that's going to run straight to St. Louis, and then you have Decatur run a point-to-point here. Okay. So we'll get rid of the road all the way that way, and then we'll just build the track in its place. Alright. And then you got Davenport and Minneapolis on this side of the map you got to connect to. Alright, so we just got those 3 cities on this side of the map to connect to that are with rail, like passenger rail. Decatur will not be hit with passenger rail, or by a main line. This will be a branch line. Lafayette, Chicago, Lafayette, Indianapolis. I think I'm going to get rid of the line here, the road here, and the road here. Make a point-to-point, or honestly just do a little boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and then for St. Louis, I'll probably do St. Louis to Evansville to Louisville. Like Evansville, Owensboro, like right in the middle. Boom, boom. And then I'll have one that goes boom, boom, boom. I feel like I'm redoing a lot of the same old track plan as before, so I'm going to have to go back and look and make sure I don't do that. I do not want to do that this time. Less I'm going with a better approach this time. Less is going to be more. Like, when I pull out, finally make a fucking huge train, you know, I'm going to need 2 or 3 Berkshires to haul ore from here down. You know, like, when we get into freight's going to be in a lot of freight. Yeah. So, what else can I do for this episode? Well, how about an outro? Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for sticking around for so long. Thank you all so much for everything you do for me. I appreciate it. I love you all. Thank you again. I'll see you guys in the next one. DesertFox is out.